Hello and welcome, my name is Kitpower, and today, just got stuck on that branch. Today I'm here to do a maneuvering tutorial. This is for advanced-ish maneuvering. I'm not going to do any killing tutorials, or killing techniques in this video, just basically flying around, and useful ways you can get around the map faster. These techniques will mostly apply to forest, but you can use them for other maps. I'm making a maneuvering tutorial. Yeah, I'm hitting trees. It's perfect. Anyways, so there's a couple things I want to go over. I'm not going to go over like everything. I'm going to go over the important stuff to make you a better player if you don't know how to do these things already. So the first thing I want to mention is how the hook system works. I know the hook system isn't really that important, but I feel like it'll help you to understand the difference between single hooking and double hooking. So single hooks is when you fire one. They pull you forward, and the same thing applies with double hooks, except they pull you forward twice as fast, because single hooks are like 50% power and double hooks are like 100. I guess you can think of it like that. So double hooks pull twice as hard. You can use these to increase your height while flying around. Double hooks, mostly. Because when you're flying around, to maintain your height, you shoot your hooks slightly above you. So you don't, because gravity and crap pulls you down. So if you shoot your hooks above you slightly, it pulls you back up into the same position. So if you use double hooks while doing that, it'll pull you up harder than gravity can pull you down. So it'll push you up slightly higher than what you were before. Single hooks can just maintain your height generally. And that's pretty much the hook system and how I want to explain that, I guess. Next important thing I wanted to explain is the gas system. The gas system is probably the most important thing. Probably. So there's two things I want to explain about how to use gas control and stuff. I'm gonna call them gas bursting, which is like double tapping your arrow keys, or WASD. Which allows you to control yourself in the air slightly. And then braking, I'm going to call it braking. Other people call it something else. I forgot what they call it. I'm just going to call it braking, basically letting off the gas. And this is called permanent running out of gas. It's when that bar turns red. Yeah. So the usefulness of letting off the gas, I guess you could think of it like in real life when you're driving a car. If you try to take a corner, like a sharp corner, like let's say a 90-degree corner at 200 miles an hour, I'm gonna guess you're gonna smash into the wall and probably die. It's probably what's gonna happen. The same kind of logic applies here, except you don't die. You pretty much just hit like another object. So if you let off the gas, you can control yourself much better. I'm actually doing it a lot. It's not something, once you get used to it, it's something that you do like consciously. You just do it out of habit. Like the reason I swing my sword is out of habit. You don't have, that actually does nothing now. So don't ever question it. Just ignore my sword swinging. Yeah, that's pretty much letting off the gas and how what it does. You just let off the gas when you're making turns, and it'll slow you down, but that's generally how you're going to keep yourself under control, slowing yourself down. I can't really explain how long you have to hold off the gas, or let off the gas to make sharp turns, or make perfect turns. It's just something you're going to have to get with experience. And I think that's it for that. Now gas bursting. Gas bursting is really simple. You just whatever direction you want to go, or if you want to slow down, you double tap S so you can go backwards. And you're generally going to use A or D for gas bursting. So you can dodge things. Like that was a fail. I think you get the idea. You can just, when you're flying at something and you double tap a gas burst, you can dodge it. Basically used to control your position in the air. Yeah, that's pretty much it for gas bursting. There's not a lot to explain about that. Next, I want to explain the reeling system. If you can't do that, I'm not surprised, because if you just saw what I just did there, that took me forever to learn. I'm gonna call that instant reeling or critical reeling. I think that's what everyone else calls it, but it's basically when you reel as soon as your hook hits the tree, or the object. You can do it on Titans as well, but I don't recommend it unless you're not trying to kill them. I guess in some positions you can, but generally it's for maneuvering. You can actually simulate yo-yo while doing this. It's really hard, but so I'm gonna give my theory on how the reeling system works, because you can use reel rebinds. I don't actually use these. I have them on just in case I need to double reel or something. I still use the scroll wheel. I actually just started using the rebinds for the reel system, which you can use in RC mod if you're interested. But I don't use those, so I'm just going to explain how I do it with the default reel. So I've played this game for a really long time, and I've tried to comprehend how the reeling system works, and it's still slightly a mystery to me, because there's some points where you can't reel, and then there's sometimes you can. I believe that whenever the hook is on a diagonal from you, you can reel. This doesn't apply in all situations. I think you have to have a certain amount of speed. But I guess that's just my theory. I might be completely wrong. I don't know. And instant reeling or critical reeling. Basically, this is really hard to get used to. I do it all the time, so I'm pretty used to it. But you can screw up really easily doing this. I screw up a lot. It gives you a lot of speed, but at the cost of messing up or completely losing that speed. You have to predict your how do I want to say it? Your path after reeling. You're just gonna have to predict your movements, like 3 steps ahead, pretty much. When you're doing this, because if you don't and you accidentally reel, there might be a tree. If I were to reel like this, then I'm probably gonna hit that tree or this one. But if you were to predict your movements, you could just fly in between trees pretty well. I don't think there's literally no way for me to explain this or how to do it effectively. It just comes with practice, I guess. I probably could explain it, but it'd be so advanced that I'd probably get confused myself, and I don't think that would be good for a tutorial, because I don't think it's so weird to do, and no one else would understand it if I got confused explaining it, unless you're a genius, then maybe. I think that's actually pretty much it that I wanted to explain. I guess one more tip I could give you for maneuvering around these trees. Alright, this is gonna be really ridiculous. Bear with me. Okay, so let's say you're gonna fly to the left of the. Get the frick out of here, Aberrant. Hang on, let me get across the map. Oh frick. Maneuvering tutorial 101: how to hit trees. Alright, so let's say you want to go to the left of the tree, like this tree right here. You want to go to the left, and you hook on the right side of the tree, so you're swinging around like this. This is going to give you a tighter rotation around the tree on the opposite side of where you hooked. for example, if I were to hook here, it's much tighter over on this side because of how the hook works and the distance between the player and the hook on one side. It's because of the distance between you and the actual hook at the end. And if you were to, hang on, I need to refill on gas. And this aberrant's like a ninja that's trying to demolish me. Alright. And the same goes with like the other side of the tree. If you were to go on the left again and you hook on to the closer side, the left side, you're gonna have a much wider turn at parts. This really applies when you're going really fast, but like that can be used to hit trads, I guess, if you want to know that. It's not really important to know, so you don't like stress over learning that, because I don't think anyone uses that besides me. And even me, I don't really notice that much. Most of these things will come with experience. Once you know how to do them, or once you know the basic concept and you practice it, it'll be natural to you to do it. I don't think any pros that know how to do any of those things actually think about it when they're doing it. If you do, then I don't know. I don't know what to say, but I don't. That actually does it for the maneuvering tutorial. I don't really have too much else to say. There's not that much stuff that I wanted to go over. I just wanted to go over the gas control mostly. If you have any suggestions for future tutorials, I will be doing technique tutorials, so probably the air equator and the hydro strike will be the main ones. I'm attempting to do a flyby tutorial, but that is ridiculously hard, because there's actually no way to teach you how to do a flyby. But yeah, if you have suggestions, go ahead and put them in the comments. And yeah, I think that about does it. I'll see you guys next time.